Good evening traders and welcome to TradesFX. It is Saturday the 3rd of August 2024 and the time is just about to turn 11:15 PM UK time. Traders, hope you're all having a wonderful weekend, and a little bit of a different video to start off with anyway from here. It's a video that I'm really proud of, or it's the start of a series that I'm really proud of, and I'm just about to explain why. Now, after you watch this intro, okay, I will begin a series of videos diarising, looking at a trade or trades that I took part in the US dollar Swiss franc, and it will show you what I went through since February of this year, okay, trying to get into that one winning trade. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let me give you some context. Let me give you some proper context so you know exactly what I'm talking about. And hopefully this intro will give you the perfect lead into the video series that will follow, and you'll see exactly what went on. Now here I am on the daily chart of the said pair, the US dollar Swiss franc. So we're here on the US dollar Swiss franc. Oops. And as you can see here, we're on the daily chart. Okay, so that's the first things first. Now, when I started to shoot the video back in February, okay, price was round about here. Okay, price was round about here, and that was around, as you can see by the markings at the bottom there, is around the 5th to the 7th of February. Now, I stalked this market to try and get an entry for this long, and look at where we are here, traders. Look at where I took the first trade. This red arrow here is where I first sold the market. So I started from the 5th of February, and if I remember rightly, it wasn't until about the 20th of March that I actually took the trade. So can you see the level of patience that's involved when you're stalking a trade as a longer term trader? A longer term, what I call a longer term swing trader, which is what I think I am. And even then, when I took that trade there, got short, I was taken out straight away. Loser. Okay? So after waiting over a month for the perfect, what I felt was the perfect entry, loser. Okay? So then, what happened then? I waited a little bit longer. I didn't jump back in. I didn't vengeance trade. I waited and I waited and I waited. And here we are now in April with a potential other trade. Okay, got short again. Loser. Can you see what I'm talking about here, traders? The level of patience that you have to, when you do this style of trading, okay, the level of patience that you have to have waiting for your perfect entry. Now, what then transpired is I waited and I waited, okay? And we're now in June, okay? This is June over here. Just look at where I am, middle of June. This is where we are, okay? This is where I took this trade, okay? Perfect. We took some profit. We took some profit off, and you'll see it in the video series. We took some profits off, 50% of the position. Beautiful. Finally, we're starting to eat into the losses that we made over here. Okay, we took off 50% of the position here in this bar here, and then price came back towards me and took me out for break even basically on the second half of the position. But no problem, you know, I'm still, remember, all through all of this, I have maintained that I am bearish the US dollar Swiss franc. And that's effectively what I was trying to find. Until finally, I entered up in here. Okay? Took off 100 odd pips worth of profit on the first half here. And then boom. It's just up in here. 306 pips, traders. And I just wanted to do this for you because this is the level of patience that you need if you're longer term trading. And boy, oh boy, yes, I had some losers over here, but boy, oh boy, has this made up for it and paid for it. Okay. And not only that to boot, I even had a missed opportunity just in here, wasn't it? where I missed just by 6 pips to add another 100 odd or so pips to this trade. Just missed it by 6 pips. So traders, enjoy the video. It's going to be a long series, but I urge you to watch each lesson. And if you don't get it, go back and watch it again. If you've got any comments, traders, come across, I'd be interested to hear what you've got to say. Okay, traders? And if this is your style of trading, hit me up. You know, what it certainly does is it allows you time. It allows you time to look at things. It allows you time to make a decision. It just allows you time. And that's why I like this type of trading. It fits in with my lifestyle, okay? And it gives me my identity as a trader. I don't even know whether to call this, whether I'm a swing trader, what it is. It doesn't really matter. But what I know is I've got a style of trade that suits me. And after back testing, it's definitely profitable. So enjoy the trade, traders. I've wrapped here enough, and I'll catch you all really, really soon. Take care, traders. Good evening, traders. Welcome to Trades FX. It's Thursday, the 8th of February 2024, and it's soon to be 10 past 12 a.m. here in the UK. Traders, welcome back to the channel. Hope you've all had a great trading week. Lots of video content recorded here on this channel, which I'm going to be uploading in the coming days and weeks. Now, I want to go through quite a complicated trade idea that I have. I'm here on the weekly chart of the US dollar, Swiss franc. Now, I am currently bearish the US dollar, fundamentally and sentimentally speaking, bearish the US dollar and bullish the Swiss franc. What that means for this pair is I'm looking for the pair to go down, but I just want to do a long-term analysis just to show you what has been happening for a long time in this pair. Excuse me. Now, remember we're here on the weekly chart, and if I look at what's been happening, okay, over the longer term, and by the long term, we're going back to 2002 here. Look at how this market has just been stair-stepping its way down, until this point. Now, since this low in 2011, price has not been back to test that low. In fact, price has been going sideways for an awful long time. Okay, it's been going sideways for years now, and you can see it by that line there. And in fact, what I will do is let me just grab a horizontal line, and if I pop a horizontal line at the highs, and if I pop a horizontal line at the lowest low here that I can see here, apart from this one, okay, which is here, you will see that price has just been bouncing around within this channel, if you want to call it that. Now, let's get rid of all of that. So what that effectively means is that we're still in the downtrend. Now, its potential, the potential is here for this, all of this to be a base, forming a base, accumulating for price to then take off. However, we're nowhere near that yet, traders. And I just want to show you a couple of things that have caught my eye while I'm looking in this trade, while being bearish, the sentiment. Now, the first thing I want to bring your eyes to is, okay, this is the lowest low in this channel, okay? And that goes back to 2015. The next lowest low is this low right in here. What I want to do is I want to grab a horizontal line, and I just want to grab the horizontal line, take it across the bottom here. Let me just get there, and I want to pull that to the left. I want to pull that to the right. Let me just make sure that's level. Okay, that's level. Now, looking at this pair, this very, very important low here hadn't been breached until here. Let me just fatten this up. Hadn't been breached until here. Price came down, pushed through that line, has since corrected, pushed through again, and now look at where we are. We're now butting up, back up against that line, which I believe is a very, very significant low, which we're now butting up against. Now, here is the significant thing about this channel also, this is the low here, Well, the last time we were there is when? Look at that. So we've almost double bottomed here. However, let me go down to the daily chart and let me show you what I'm thinking. Now, there is, let me just grab this tool. Within this leg, there is a pattern that I really, really like. Okay. And remember that I'm bearish, the sentiment on this pair. So I'm looking for prices to go down. And I believe that this pattern here is completing right at this level of resistance right here. Not only that, there are other reasons for me to consider this leg. And when I look at it, traders, the leg looks really, really weak. What that means to me is there's going to be some opportunity here where potentially price could turn to the downside and maybe even visit the lows again. Now, is there anything else in here that catches my eye? Well, let's have a look. Well, there is. If I grab this tool here and I go from this low here to this high, and I just get on my template and I put supply, we're right at, as well as being right at this level of strong resistance from way back here. I won't go back, but you saw where I put it in, way back there. We're also in a level here of supply above the market. So there are two reasons that this level could be significant. Is there any Fibonacci in here? Let's just have a look. Grab a Fibonacci extension. And if I go 8BC to the highs, nothing there on a fib expansion. Fib expansion's all the way up there. But if I come down to a fib extension, look at where price is, right in there at an equal legs 127 fib extension. So we have three levels there of confluence at a time when I'm bearish this pair. Now, what does that mean? Well, what it means is I smell opportunity. Now, I'm not going to jump in the market here. Okay? I'm just going to go down the time frames and I'm going to look for further evidence of weakness in this pair. Here's something that gives me something to think of. Look at that pin bar right there. Did you see that failure? Okay, and now price has taken out the highs, but look at the wicks that are forming at this level. Guys, I believe that this is ripe for a turnaround. But once again, as I said, I'm not looking to jump into this market. Let's just go down the time frames and let's start to look closely at what could happen here. Okay. Because I like the level, because I'm bearish, and because I believe that this is just a correction in a downtrend, I think we're at a point now where we could be looking to go short. So let's fashion the trade and let's see if we can't at some point get active in this trade. Now, I'm not going to just jump in this market. However, I want price to come to me and prove me right, prove my direction right. So let me just have a look at this figure here and let's just start to fashion this trade and see what we have. Okay, so that would be my stop. So that's way too high here. Okay. I'm just going to pop that just on the wrong side there of that equal length, that level of resistance, which leaves me at 91 pips. But don't worry about that. We can bring that down with our lot sizing. So where then are we looking to go as far as our target's concerned? Well, these lows look very, very impressive to me. I do believe that price may push past this, but I'm going to be conservative with it, and I'm going to take us back down to these lows. And I won't go all the way, but we're looking at 307 pips against a 91 pip risk. So what that means is I'm waiting for price. Let me fatten this up, bring it into the middle of the chart. I'm waiting for price to come down take me in, and hopefully continue down to the bottom to continue the already strong downtrend. And the reason I believe that this might happen is because the sentiment is bearish on the US dollar. Okay, it is. And also, we're at a level of resistance, we're at a level of Fibonacci resistance, and we're also at a level of supply. Those are the main reasons that I'm looking for a potential trade here. Not only that, I've got some price action in there, which I believe is making this very leg here look very, very weak. This leg. Those are my reasons in a nutshell. So let's fashion this trade. So what am I looking for? I'm looking to create a limit order. Okay, so just be going to be careful here now. Make sure we're spot on. So what do I want to do? I want to create a stop order, and I'm not going to risk more than 0.5%. This is where the lot size comes in. So that 91 pips now all of a sudden becomes 0.5% risk on this account, of this trade. And it's just here now where I just need to keep a look at this trade, make sure everything is as it should be. 307.8 pips. What that would make this trade here is a 3.54 to 1 risk reward if we're successful. So let's set the trade up. Okay, so there you are. So what that means now is I can now remove this. Okay, so there's my stop just up there, 91.7 pips. Here's my entry if we get down there, and here's my take profit. So it is now just a case of setting an alert just below there. Let's do that now, just below. Okay, add alert, and if price crosses down through that line, short trade entered. And that's it, traders. That is what you see me doing week in, week out, week in, week out. It's a repetition, repetition, repetition. So let's set the alert. And there's the alert just popped up just there. And that's it, traders. So let's see what happens. Nothing may happen today, this Thursday after all. But we've now got a trade set up in this market, which we're interested in. And let's see if we can't make some more pips. Traders, thanks again. Come and subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments. Press on the bell icon. Help this channel to grow. And I'll catch you all very, very soon. Take care, traders.